Well, cleanup efforts are underway right now after heavy rain and powerful winds blew right through West Michigan.
The strong November storm knocked out power to thousands of people across the state and caused major damage, snapping trees in half and shutting down schools and government buildings.
Our continuing team coverage picks back up this noon with Laura Velasquez, Rick Albin, and Terry DeBoer.
Mattawan was just one of several communities hit hard by yesterday's storm. So let's go now to Terry, who's there with the storm survey crew. Terry?
We are here live in Mattawan and standing in front of the high school where part of the roof was actually ripped off last night. And we're here with the crews that are doing the analysis and, of course, the cleanup efforts that are underway. But I'm here with a very special guest. This is TJ Turnage. He is leading the survey team from the National Weather Service. TJ is a special kind of a meteorologist because it's his job to figure out aftermath of a storm like this that goes by, whether indeed it was a tornado. So TJ, tell me about exactly what you're doing here in Mattawan.
Well, what we're doing is we are trying to get a feel for, like you said, what kind of damage occurred. Usually it's going to be straight line winds or a tornado. It looks like with this it was probably straight line winds. We look at some of the type of damage that occurred. One of the things we look for in the case of straight line winds is whether everything's falling in the same direction, which it looks like it was. We'd also gotten eyewitness reports of winds lasting a couple minutes, and usually if it's a tornado it's going to be a lot quicker than that, sometimes 10 seconds or less. So that's looking more like straight line winds with that as well. A lot of the damage is consistent with maybe 70, 75 mile an hour winds as well.
So minimal hurricane force winds here in Mattawan.
Right, bordering on hurricane force.
And so you look at a tree like this that's uprooted, you look at the fact that it was just almost pushed over. Does that give you an indication of what direction maybe the winds are coming from?
That does help, although sometimes trees can fall in different directions just based on bouncing off objects or just maybe where the ground is a little wetter. We see a lot of bulbs here with the roots, and that's something you'll often see if the ground is wet instead of the trees being snapped. And we do know it did rain quite a bit here, so it's not surprising to see trees knocked down like this.
Well, thank you very much, TJ. And we're actually going to be doing a more in-depth interview with TJ. And coming up later today on 24 Hour News 8, we're going to talk about those different kinds of elements that go into making the final call here, including radar analysis and also any more damage fields that are located upstream. So make sure to join us later today for that. I'm reporting live from the village of Mattawan. I'm Storm Team 8 meteorologist Terry DeBoer. Now back to you.